North Dakota have been playing really good defense this year, and you guys scored 99 points. What did you think led to you guys being so good offensively?
Honestly, I just think we played really hard the whole game. We came out really strong, which has kind of been one of the things we've been trying to focus on, just coming out really strong, and I think we did that the whole game, just played really hard and made it difficult for them to stop anyone on the court. So.
You scored 33 points at the free throw line. Was that a point of emphasis to try to get inside and get to the line?
Definitely. We've been working on free throws the whole season. Obviously, those are easy buckets that we should just be able to gain some easy points. So.
Tegan, how do you feel like you guys are sort of settling into your roles on this team? I mean, obviously there have been a lot of injuries and girls kind of coming in and out, but it sort of looks like you're sort of finding your footing a little bit.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting more comfortable with the roles that they have this year. Like you said, there's been a lot of injuries and kind of different lineups out there, but I think everyone's done a good job of adjusting to different players, and so yeah, it's been really good for us.
There was a lot of talk, especially when the injury bug kind of first hit you guys, that maybe you can use defense to sort of hold you over until the offense sort of got sorted out. It kind of looks like that maybe played out the way you want it, because the defense has been good kind of all the way across the board. But now this is 2 games in a row, essentially, that you guys scored 100 points. Does it feel like the offense kind of caught up to the defense?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all year we've worked really hard on defense, and we continue to do that and to get better at it. But I think our offense is really coming along. Like you said, we scored 99 points and 100 points last game. And so, yeah, I think people are just getting a lot more comfortable and looking to score.
They were 1 for 22 on threes. Were you just really good at getting to shooters? Were you trying to get them to take shots outside? How did you think that played out?
Yeah, they're a really aggressive team going in the basket, so I think we're really focusing on guarding the penetration, and I mean, we were lucky that they missed that many threes, I guess, but yeah.
Excited for Saturday?
Yep, big game. Lots of emotion that goes behind the USC game, but yep, we're excited and ready to go down there.
They're ranked, 20-something in the country and have had some big wins against some big teams. I mean, I know you guys don't take a back seat to anybody. You have a great tradition here too, but is there a little bit of a sense of when an opponent is playing as well as they are, that you kind of want to find out how you stack up against a team like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we will go into this game with a little chip on our shoulder. I mean, playing USC, there's always a lot of emotion behind it, and it's fun to see the state kind of come together for that game. But, I mean, yeah, we're going to really lock in for practice tomorrow and hopefully get a win on Saturday.
Peyton, what are your thoughts on taking on the Oaks?
Always excited for the rivalry game. It's a little different. The game is always a little different. The emotions are really high, like Tegan said. But it's just another game. We got to go out and play just like we have the past 2 games and the rest of the beginning of the season. So we're just gonna have to come out, play hard, and stick true to us. And I think that'll tell. But it's gonna be a good game. So.
Well, good win. I thought we played really well. Defensively played well, and obviously there are a lot of stoppages in this one with free throws and fouls. But I thought our team handled that pretty well. We were real similar to what we've been, I think, throughout the year there. And we took advantage of getting to the free throw line a lot. So we handled, I thought, their physicality and that style they played with really well. Great balance today from a lot of different people. Peyton obviously had another, I think, career high somebody mentioned. She's had a lot of career highs lately, so that's good. She's been in a really good rhythm. Really efficient, too. She's not playing 35 minutes a game to get there. She's doing an awful lot in a pretty short period of time. But I thought our perimeter players really had a nice game getting to the basket and a little more aggressive than they have been, too. So it was good to see that whole group play with a little more confidence going to the basket.
Aaron, you said, going into the season, Macy Miller's gone, Madison Giebert's gone. Maybe one of the questions was who's going to emerge as sort of a go-to player. Then you lose Maya, that kind of exacerbates that problem, so to speak. Do you feel like Peyton is sliding into that role and becoming comfortable being that person?
Oh, I think so. Peyton's really comfortable for her teammates to play through because she finishes well, she catches the ball well, and she's a great passer. You don't see Peyton take bad shots. You don't see her force things when she's double-teamed. And I think that sets up really well for the rest of the team because we have a lot of good spot-up shooters out there who are ready to space the floor and make shots. I think they're smart, our perimeter players, and selective about putting it on the floor, and they do a great job of mixing that in too. And then it's not just Peyton, but we can also play through Tegan some, and we use her down inside, and even Megan. Megan's the same way. She doesn't force things. So, yeah, we run a lot of things, I think, this year through that position. And then I still think Riley does a really good job. We've put some things in specifically for her that get her in spots where she's comfortable, and she is also a really good passer and doesn't try and force things. So I think between those two, that post position, what Riley does, fits in really well with some of those wing perimeter players that we have.
We talked a while back about free throw struggles, and tonight that was a huge part of it. And I remember when I asked you about it at that time, you said, well, one of the things we can do is try to have our better free throw shooters being the ones getting to the line. Is that something you've been successful at that has allowed you to be a more efficient team at the free throw line?
Oh, I think so, absolutely. More comfortable in our offense as to where we're trying to play through, like I said before, and part of who you play through are usually people that can get that done, and that's a big part of it. Early in the year we struggled, that was pretty clear, but I think in conference play now we're probably 78 or upper 70s, close to probably 80% after this one, so we've done much better with that.
They, at least coming into this game, had been a pretty good defensive team.
Yeah.
And you guys put 100 on them, basically. And I know early in the year, when you had some injuries and people kind of running in and out, it's like, well, we might have to sort of win with defense for a while. Does it feel like the offense is kind of catching up now?
Yeah, I think so. I just think it's that comfort level that we keep talking about. How are we going to start possessions? How are we going to finish possessions? In tougher situations, what sets are we going to run through? Which people, where on the floor? All of those things. There's just a more comfort level with our team, and that's a big part of being good offensively. If you're surprised by the shots you're getting, it's hard to be a really good shooter. But when you kind of can anticipate and understand, here's what I'm going to have to do, it makes a big difference. I also think we're playing at a good pace. We're probably a couple possessions different than we were last year, but we're still playing fast enough to create offense in transition, but also comfortable enough for what this team does. And they're just not a run up and down team, and I think that's okay. We've been really efficient, and that's the goal.
Pretty big one coming up now on Saturday. I mean, there's going to be a lot of hype on it because USD's playing so well and the rivalry's been so good. What do you want to see in that game from your team?
Well, yeah, first, hopefully everybody gets there safe. Sounds like the weather's going to be just a bear the next couple days, so we'll have to look at that to make sure everybody's in a good place there. But it'll be a good game. It'll be obviously an important game. It's important in the Summit League for standings. It's a rivalry game, so that's another layer to it. They're just playing at a really high level. They're rebounding well, defending well. They make shots. They just do everything really well right now. For us, we're going to have to defend. If they go out and score a lot of points, they're hard to beat. And part of our defense is going to have to be just rebounding. I still think we're a team that can rebound better and finish possessions with rebounds. We'll have to do those two things well to give ourselves a good chance. But I really like how we're playing. One thing about this team is they're a really steady team. So when you go on the road and play tough games, you want to have a team that's not too up or down, and this team has really proven to do that all year. So we're looking forward to it.
You've played and beaten some really good teams already this year. Is there any sense of kind of trying to find out how you match up against this team just because of how well USD has played and the fact that they're very close to the same team they were last year, whereas you guys are markedly different?
Right. Yeah, I don't know if there's a curiosity standpoint about how we match up to them. I think we match up really well to them, and I'm sure they feel like they match up really well to us. We've played so many good teams this year, let alone the last several years. This is just another really good team that we get to go and compete against, and that's, I think, what we're looking forward to.
You often talk about taking it one game at a time, but how important has this run you guys have been on been for just team confidence and rhythm heading into such an important conference battle?
Yeah, I think confidence is really big. I still go back to that win at Green Bay right before Christmas. We were banged up then, we had injury during that game, and I don't know if there's turning points, but I just think that game certainly gave us some good momentum going into after Christmas. That was a big win for us, where we had to make a lot of big plays. Tagan was really good in that game. Peyton, Torrey made some big plays, and you're seeing, I think, our team, grow from that game, and it's been good throughout. It'll be good after Saturday, but it's been a good stretch of basketball for us.